All right, so today I want to talk about the fear that comes along with just thinking about advertising. I know that in modern day life, ads are kind of annoying, and the one thing that I was scared of is I never wanted my business to be annoying to people. So what I started to do was I started to tell myself there has to be another way. So I was looking at content, I was looking at podcasts, I was looking at all of these types of things where I didn't have to use my face. I was even looking at SEO at a stage, and I was looking at all of these things, and I was like, as long as I don't advertise, that's going to be the right move for my business. Because let's be honest, who wants to have an annoying business? I know I don't want to have an annoying business. I know I don't want to be that ad that you see over and over and over and every single day, and you're sick and tired of seeing it and you wish you could just go and destroy that company just so that you don't see that ad again. I used to be there. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to explain to you how I got over my fear of advertising. And I also want to explain to you what happened afterwards. Now, if you're brand new here, hi, my name is Devon. Usually I shoot these types of videos from my bedroom studio, but I just moved down from Cape Town. So this is kind of home now, my new home. And yeah, I know regular watchers of the channel, it might feel weird, and trust me, it feels weird to me too. And if you're interested in advertising, I really want you to check out our 100 Leads workshop, where I show you how to get your first 100 leads with Google Ads. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything for it. And right now, if you sign up, like while this video is still recent, you're going to get a free Google Ads mini course with that as well. It's a 2-hour mini course, and you get that just for attending the webinar. So not only are you going to go get free training, but you're going to get more free training on top of the free training just by joining the webinar. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description below. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of the things that really I was scared of. To tell you the truth, there's no other way to say it. I could say that no, these are logical reasons, but to tell you the truth, I was just scared, right? I was just terrified. Number one, I'm going to have to spend all of this money. I'm going to have to spend money, and I don't know if I'm getting the money back. Number two, I don't even know where to start when it came to advertising, when it came to online businesses. I didn't know where to start. So there's the crippling fear of losing money. Then on top of that is the crippling fear of not knowing what you're doing. And number three is you don't want to make something that's annoying, or where you come off as a sleazy salesperson or a sleazy corporation. Nobody wants that, right? So the first mindset shift that I had was that nobody knows me, right? Absolutely nobody knew me. And I started to realize this because I was doing very good work for clients. I was making very high quality websites. And then I thought what would happen is, after making these high quality websites, I thought that client would refer another client. And pretty soon, after 7 or 10 clients, I would just have referrals coming in all the time. And I thought that would be enough to build a sustainable business. And the problem with relying on the referral model is, yes, people do talk about you, and yes, you're probably going to get 2 or 3 or 4 referrals a week, depending on what business you're in. But referrals are pretty unreliable. I mean, we can't definitely say that next month we're going to get 25 referrals in, or that we're going to get 100 referrals in. And even if we do get those 100 referrals in, it's a very slow way to scale your business. So typically what happens is we do a good job, and then there's this quiet period, and then we end up stressing about bills because we've got bills to pay and staff to pay and we have people to pay, but there's just no guarantee of when that referral is coming in. If I impacted you in any way with that previous sentence, just let me know down in the comments below. So pretty frankly, I was sick and tired of just waiting for referrals, because was I going to get the referral tomorrow? Was I going to get the referral in 2 weeks' time? I mean, I do have bills to pay, so I can't like wait for one of my customers to refer someone to come to me. It's kind of a stupid marketing tactic if you think about it. It's like you want to take your whole business and you want to rely on when somebody refers you. What happens if they don't see that friend for that week? What happens if they have somebody in mind, but they just never talk to that person, and they could end up taking a year to refer a client to you? It's a very, very difficult thing to build a business on referrals only. And so what I realized is nobody really knows me. Nobody really knows my business. Nobody really knows me apart from the people that I've worked with. I mean, if I've only worked with 10 people in the city and there's like 25 million people in the city, I really, well, 25 million is a bit of a stretch. Let's say 2.5 million people in the city, or to make it simple, 2 million people in the city. If I've only worked with 10 and there's 2 million people in the city, there's no way that those 10 people know the other 2 million people. So what I had to do is I said to myself, look, even if I am the best at what I do, even if I give them the best website possible, even if I do everything right, if I start off with 10 people and they refer me to 10 people and that takes 6 months, my business is only going to grow 6 months at a time. It's not really a good way to run a business, and it's not really a sustainable way to run a business. So I had to think about another way. Another thing that I realized was the fact that nobody knows me is a major issue. I absolutely love listening to Grant Cardone, and I used to listen to Grant Cardone like way back when. I'm talking about 2010, 2009. And he said something that really impacted me. He said, your biggest problem in business is not clients. Your biggest problem is obscurity. And I never understood what that meant. Like, what do you mean obscurity? He said, basically, because no one knows you, no one will buy from you. Or I'll put it another way, because I know this will hit home. There are other people that are making more money than you with less skill than you. There are other people doing a worse job than you in your business, but they're making more money than you. How is that possible? It's because they're getting in front of people at a much faster rate than you are. And when you think about this, if I have an ad and that ad is showing to 10,000 people, or if I have an ad and that ad is showing to 20,000 people per day, and you're out here relying on referrals, it doesn't matter how bad of a job I do, I'm still going to get more clients than you. I'm still going to beat you at business just because my ads are speaking to more people per day than your clients are. That's a very hard pill to swallow. That is a very hard pill to swallow as a first-time business owner. Because in the working world, when you're an employee, you always want to do the best job. You're always trying to be perfect. You're always trying to give the best service possible. But in business, it doesn't work that way. I don't know if Coca-Cola has the best soft drink in the world. But I do know Coca-Cola. And the only reason why I do know Coca-Cola here on the southern tip of Africa, in South Africa, which is a third world country, in Johannesburg, is because Coca-Cola advertises over here. An American company was pushing ads all over the world, and they managed to reach the southern tip of Africa. So I know Coca-Cola. I bought Coca-Cola this week. There could be another soft drink company that's making far better drinks that I've just never heard of because they don't advertise. So by not advertising, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because there's people who want your services desperately, but they don't know how to find you. They don't even know that you exist. Nobody knows you exist until you let them know that you exist. And that's why advertising is one of the perfect ways to do this. The second thing that I was scared of was, and I alluded to this in the intro, is just losing money. I was terrified of losing money because, well, you're in business and you're not supposed to be losing money, right? We all start our businesses to make money. And growing up from where I grew up, like in a very small part of town, I was surrounded by a lot of poverty. Just to give you guys an idea, I know a lot of people say that they grew up poor and stuff like that. The average salary in South Africa right now is about $1,200. Back then, when I was growing up, the average salary was about $350 per month. So make of that what you will. On top of that, our unemployment rate is crazy. I see Americans freaking out because they're at like 1%, 2%. Our unemployment rate officially is at about 28%. So yeah, very bleak. Now, coming from that background, you have a lot of fear when it comes to money because you see what happens to people that don't have money. You see how they struggle. You see how they live in debt, and you don't want that to happen to you. And this is kind of where advertising is super weird, because when you advertise, you have to part with your hard-earned money. And you have no guarantee that that money is going to come back to you. And that puts a lot of people off of advertising because, I don't want to put money into anything that I don't know for sure this thing is going to pay me. But that's also where the biggest opportunities are. Because of that fear factor, because of people who don't want to advertise, there's this giant gap where you could be the only player in that space. I've seen it all the times because I've been doing this for the past 7 years. I've worked with companies across 5 continents, and I've seen some people just take the leap of faith and just run ads. And it wasn't even like a lot of money. I'm talking about $10 a day, $20 a day. I have a dog coach in the Netherlands who's one of my students. She was running ads for €7 per day, and she got fully booked out with a €7 per day budget. €7 per day. This is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Now, if I went and told you that you could book out your entire business for €7 per day, there would be a lot more dog coaches doing it. But because she was brave enough to do it, she's the one who reaped the rewards. And because she's one of the only ones doing it as well, her name is at the top of the search results using Google Ads. So losing money, for me, it's not a valid reason not to do it. And I'll give you another way to think about this as well. Let's say you don't advertise, okay? Let's say you keep all of the money in your bank account and you do business exactly the way that you're doing right now. By not taking advantage of those opportunities around you, right? It's called opportunity costs. By not taking advantage of all those opportunities around you, guess what's going to happen? Other business owners are going to take advantage, and you're going to be the one who has to keep on cutting down your prices, keep on charging the cheapest quotes. Maybe this is happening to you right now. You have to be the fastest and the cheapest just to get the client. Where other business owners, because they were first in front of the clients, and we know there's a lot of impulse buyers, they just want the service. A lot of people get the client, and they get the client at the highest price because they're the first. If you're looking to buy a car and you're not looking to do due diligence, you just want a car, maybe you got your first job and you're super excited and you just want a car today. If I advertise you and I'm the first ad you click on and I have a car that you like, that kind of puts me in the front of the queue. And as long as I do all of the right things, give you a good service, make sure that you're looked after, I stand far more of a chance to turn you into a paying client versus the 15th car dealership that you've been to. And now you've got all these quotes and you can't even remember which cars were at what dealership. It's a headache. Now that 15th dealership has to give you the best price, they have to give you best service, and there's a bigger risk that you might walk away. Whereas if you were the first, there's a massive chance that you could actually get the client. So that's also why fear of losing money, it can hurt you. It can hurt you in two ways. It could either be you don't want to spend money, somebody else does, they get the client, or you do spend the money and maybe something doesn't happen, but maybe, just maybe, you do get the clients. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Not every single person that clicks on your ad is going to buy. Usually for the first 90 days in ad campaigns, you actually end up losing money. But what a lot of people don't tell you, it's like a marathon, man. You first start out preparing for a marathon and you suck. You can't even make it round the block. You can't even make it to the traffic light and you're out of breath. But as your legs get stronger, as your lungs get stronger, as you start building confidence and stamina, as your body starts adjusting, all of a sudden you find that you can run 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 10 kilometers, miles for my friends overseas. And eventually you find out you can easily run 13 kilometers. Why? It's because you're going to suck at everything the first time that you do it. The first time you write a book, it's going to be the worst time that you write a book. The first time that you ask a girl out on a date, it is going to be the worst talking that you've ever done in your life. Advertising is exactly the same. So you start off the first 90 days basically losing money. I'm not going to lie to you. You basically lose money. For some of my clients, yes, they made money. Like I've got some clients, they made 3 leads or they've gotten 40 leads in the first month and the leads were good and they made money. But some companies, they end up losing money for the first 90 days. And that's perfectly okay. Because after those 90 days of pain, once you understand what works with advertising, once you understand what platforms will give you the best return on investment, you make money and you have a way to generate customers every single day. Think about it. Other guys have to go to networking events. They have to put out classified ads in the newspaper. They have to do all of these things. All you do is switch a button on, run your ads, and you know your inbox is going to be full of leads. That is the beauty of doing digital marketing in 2025. Now, the last thing that I'm going to say about this is I know that it's very intimidating to start off with this whole digital marketing stuff. I know it's very intimidating when you're talking about Google ads and Twitter ads and Facebook ads and TikTok ads and figuring out which types of ads are right for you, but it doesn't have to be. All you need to do is go on YouTube. My channel personally, I made 190 videos that teach you everything. And it's free of charge. It's not like I'm saying, hey, pay me money and I'll teach you ads. I've got 190 videos that 350,000 people have watched to just learn the basics, understand where to put their money in, understand what different ads look like and what they do, understand which is the best ads for them. So the information is out there and the information is free. You just basically have to learn. The problem that I had starting out at 2016 with a $1 per day budget was I didn't have anyone to show me, look, this is what you do. This is where you allocate money. This is Google ads. This is how the dashboard works. All of that stuff for you right now, that's completely free. You can find those videos on my channel and just comment with the question you have and I will reply to you with a free video that shows you exactly what you're asking about, right? That's the beauty of being in 2025. Although the fear is there, we can just learn, we can understand how it works, and then the fear is completely gone. So there is really no reason not to do this. Now, the one thing that I am going to say before I close off here is I know there are a lot of people who also have a lot of terrible stories about marketing agencies. And yes, the majority of my students, my Google Ads course students, my Google Ads course students, they've got horror stories from marketing agencies, because what marketing agencies do is they tell you, oh, give us $30,000 every single month, and we're going to lock you into a 6-month contract or 1-year contract. Guys, you don't want to be doing that. Why do you not want to be doing that? Yes, there might be marketing professionals, but you need to understand who you're dealing with. You need to understand the platform. You need to understand a little bit about what's going on with digital marketing before you make a $120,000 commitment to a company that you barely even know. So what I recommend you do is do what I did. Start small. If you only have $100 to spend on digital marketing, then spend $100 on digital marketing and see what happens. If you only have $10,000 to spend $10,000, figure out what your weak points are, and then find an agency that specializes in those weak points, right? If you find that your videos are not performing, find a digital marketing agency that helps you make better videos. That would be a smart way to go about it. If you find that your Facebook ads are doing really well, but your Google ads are absolutely trash, find the marketing agency that deals exclusively with Google ads, that can show you results that they get from Google ads, and then hire them. Or go in the research mode. Learn as much about Google ads as possible. That's what I did. I didn't have the money to afford a marketing agency. I literally had to go and learn every single thing about Google ads that I could. And now today, funnily enough, I'm a Google ads expert. But it didn't happen overnight. I had to keep on going there, figuring out what I did wrong. And when I lost money, I had to figure out why I lost money. Oh, my keywords are too expensive. Well, change the keywords then. Oh, my ad copy is not getting enough clicks. Well, change the ad copy then. Oh, my website is the problem. Maybe I need a landing page. Oh, well, let me get that into place. How do you even build one? Let me Google it. Let me see how to do this. So if all of this is intimidating for you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link down below to my 100 leads webinar. So what I want to do is I want to show you how to get your first 100 leads with Google Ads. And we're going to take it slowly. I'm going to show you what Google Ads look like. I'm going to show you how much they cost. I'm going to show you what type of results you can expect. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you a really easy way to start getting leads from Google Ads. So if you're interested in that, that's going to be linked down in the description below. What I'm also going to do is if you sign up right now, at the time of recording this video, I am going to give you my Google Ads setup cheat sheet. So I'm going to show you how to actually set up a Google Ads. I'm going to have screenshots, a checklist that you can just go through so that you know you set up your Google Ads with the right settings. Not only am I going to do that, but I'm actually going to give you a 2-hour video roadmap where I teach you the dashboard, and I'm also going to show you what are the certain steps that you have to take to improve your Google Ads, and I'll break it down into something like absolute beginners. Maybe you're running ads already, but you're losing money and you can't figure out what's going on. Or maybe you've been doing this for a while, your ads are successful, but they're not as successful as you want them to be. I'm going to take all of that, I'm going to break it down for you so that you just have one thing that you commit to. So just go sign up for the free workshop. You're going to get all of those goodies, and that's going to be a good starting place for you. But the one thing I will say before I go is you can do this. If you're smart enough to run a business, you're smart enough to run ads. And if you're smart enough to run a business, you are the best person on earth to run your ads, because nobody knows your customers and what they want like you do. So that is going to be my final word of encouragement. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video. I'm experimenting with this new long form type of content. So if you did, let me know down below in the comment section. And also, if you have any questions, let me know. I did not know all of this stuff when I started out. I had to guess most of the stuff. So I want you to just write down what you took away from this video. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And what I'll do is I'll link a video up here if you want to know if small budgets can work with Google Ads and what type of results you can expect. So I basically do a video where I break down a $10 per day, $100 per day, and $1,000 per day budget and what you can expect. All right, see you in the next video. Peace.